Welcome to the Meditation Realm, Planeswalkers. I'm Caleb, your guide to these blind eternities. And in today's video, we're opening up one of the Wild Eldraine collector boosters. Gonna check out what some of these enchanting tales and some of these special anime version promos we can get. Some pretty sweet cards in here as well. Hoping to see what we get lucky with. No serialized cards this time, so you're not gonna find a 1 of 1 or 500 of 500, but there's some confetti foil cards and some other interesting ones, so let's crack this open and see what we get lucky with. Oh man, it feels good to have a collector booster that has more than 4 packs in the whole box. Alright, pack number 1. Let's see what we can get lucky with here. This is a nice thing to be able to open up 3 boxes worth of stuff compared to the Masters sets. Granted, you're not getting 3 Masters sets worth of value, but let's see how lucky we can get here. Alright, our first cards, we've got a Shared Animosity in its foil. Nice, one of those enchanting hits. And then we've got a Blind Obedience in non-foil. Our first Mythic, we've got Virtue of Courage in its showcase frame. Nice. And then we've got Archmage of Echoes. This is from the Commander deck. A Decadent Dragon, one of the better cards, I think, for Standard, maybe Pioneer. We'll see. Foil uncommon, uncommons. Alright, so it's in reverse, and they got all the commons and uncommons at the end here. Alright, that makes it a little easier. We get to see the big goodies right at the very beginning of the pack. On to pack number 2, starting off all right here. We got a Mythic, total of 5 rares in that pack. 4 rares, 1 Mythic, 2 foil rares. Well, let's see if we're going to get lucky and get one of those Enchanting Tale cards foil in every pack. That would be pretty sweet. Ooh, speaking of, we got Parallel Lives in the Mythic foil. That's pretty good. Like a good hit. 2 Mythics so far. Oppression. People are oppressed against playing against that. We have a Gumdrop Poisoner for a rare. And then a foil Court of Garenbrig. One of those commander cards. And we got the Goose Mother. The Bird Hydra. The Goose Hydra. She lays all the eggs. So we got that in foil, and then all the commons and uncommons. I don't know if the lands are this good this time. The art doesn't seem as appealing to me. I know it's subjective, but it doesn't seem that as special. Last few sets we've had some beautiful art in the lands, but you know, if you want to pay $30 for Secret Lair ones, they've got those coming out. You can get 5 Secret Lair lands from whatever artist. To me, I think you're wasting money spending that much on lands, basic lands, but our first foil rare here is a Likeness Looter in the Borderless frame. And then we got a Fiery Emancipation, one of those better red enchantments. Restless Fortress, one of the man lands that came out, playable, definitely for sure. And Throne of Eldraine, one of these great mana ramps. If you're playing a monocolor deck, I highly recommend playing this. This is going to be a nearly strict upgrade to Gilded Lotus, because adding 4 mana, you can only use it to cast the mono-colored spells of this color. So if you're playing mono blue, you can only play a blue spell. You can't play an artifact with it like you can with Gilded Lotus. Still, gonna do so much work. Very strong. I see it playing a lot in Commander. And then we got Lord Skitta, Sewer King. Rats. All those darn rats. Lots of people are going to be playing rats. I can definitely see it. Alright, so far we're doing alright. We got 2 Mythics. We didn't get a Mythic in that 3rd pack, actually, so we've only got 2 Mythics out of 3 packs so far. I wonder if we can keep a positive ratio here and keep up on some Mythics. Double Mythics in this pack, come on. Hey, starting off with a... Ooh, that's the anime style of Will, Scion of Peace. Nice. I know a lot of people are craving to get these anime foil versions. That's pretty sweet. And then we've got a Shared Animosity in non-foil. Twinning Twins, yuck, 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 in its showcase frame. And then a Redcap Gutter Dweller in Borderless. Ooh, and then another hey, we got Twinning Twins. That's as twinny as you can get. We got 2 twins in the same pack. I guess they aren't identical twins, but hey, we're twinning. We're twinning, guys. Ba-dum-bum. Drum snare. Alright, commons and uncommons burn through. Alright, so we got 3 Mythics, and we got an anime foil one for one of them. I don't know how much any of them are going for at the moment. I know that some of them were going pretty high on pre-release, but prices have started to settle, so that may or may not still be a big hit. We've got an Ingenious Prodigy for our foil borderless rare. Really great in the limited environment. Don't know about any other environment. We got Sneak Attack for a mythic in an anime frame. I like that. And the borderless. Then we got a Bramble Familiar. And Sir Ginger, the Mulenda. You gotta respect Sir Ginger. And then we got the Huntsman's Redemption in foil. Sad to see that we did not get to see Garrick come in this set. That would have been a perfect opportunity, especially because they show him on the darned art. Why can't we get him in the set in some form? A little more mentioning, a little love. Come on, Garrick. We miss you. And then skipping through our foils and non-foils in the commons. Some okay stuff. Spreading Seas, wrecked in the pre-release for me. Crushed our opponents. Take out mana. Card's so good, they preemptively banned it in Historic Online. So you don't have to worry about people spreading seas over you. Alright, next pack. 4 mythics so far. It's not bad. We got a Food Fight in foil. And then, ooh, hey, we got another anime art. We got a Polluted Bonds in its anime showcase frame. A Mosswood Knight, Dread Knight. This is one of the better adventure cards. I definitely see this seeing play in the constructed 60-card formats. Standard, maybe Pioneer. I don't know about Modern, but it's definitely playable. Tigwell's Scouring. Fairy Tribal, or win. If you're playing that, play it. About it, though. And then we got a foil Charming Scoundrel. And then our commons and non-commons. Garrick's Uprising. Definitely a great playable card in green commander decks. If you're playing big green cards, I recommend you play Garrick's Uprising. It does work. I play it in my Tarka deck, and all my dragons draw me a card. Everything's got above 4 power, so it's just every dragon enters the battlefield, I draw. And they all got trample. It's good. It's good. Speaking of good, we've got Asinine Antics. Our mythic foil. Each creature your opponent control create a cursed roll token attached to that creature. You may cast Asinine Antics as though it had flash if you pay 2 more to cast it. So it's not quite a blue board wipe, but turning all creatures your opponent's control into 1/1s, because the cursed roll is an aura that enchants them and turns them into 1/1s, can essentially be a hard nerf to the board. You get rid of everything that's big, all of a sudden becomes very manageable for fairies. Most things can most fairies will just trade. 1/1 flying fairies will trade with them. So not bad. And we got a Sanguine Bond. Camera's catching up here. A Scalding Viper. An Ogre Chitterlord. And then a Sleep Cursed Fairy. Another one I think we'll see play in the constructed formats. This one in foil. I don't know about any other formats, but definitely constructed. Flying Ward 2 for only 1 mana. You have to spend mana to untap it, and it comes in with the stun counters that you need to remove. Although I did see some mentioning, although I don't know if you're going to play Sultai just for it, but the 3-drop Gissa that came out in Phyrexia can just straight up remove the 3 counters from that Fae, so it'll be able to untap the turn after Gissa attacks. So something in that mid-game after turn 3. We have Unnatural Growth in its foil showcase frame. That's pretty sweet looking. Definitely like it. Leyline of the Void, always a playable card, mostly sideboard. Hearthflame Duelist. Camera's having a hard time catching up to this one. Too many swords for it to handle. And then we got another Charming Scoundrel. And a foil Thunderous Debut. Tooth and Nail Light. You got to bargain to be able to get the full value. But still another version of that card. I'd play it in most green decks. You got so many treasures and things to be able to sacrifice. Alright, Planeswalkers, we're down to the last 4 packs already. We've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mythics. So sitting at 5 mythics out of 12 packs so far. It's not bad. We're almost at 50%. I can only presume that we'll hit at least 1 more mythic. Leyline of Lightning in this showcase foil frame. Definitely looks sweet. Leyline of Anticipation. The more played Leyline of any of them, to be honest. Rowan, Scion of War, in her anime art style. Not foil, though. That would have been sweet to go with her brother and get a foil one. We've got a Lord Skitter. And then we got a foil mythic. We got Talion, the Kindly Lord. Alright, cool. I know he's going to be seeing a lot of play. A lot of people want to build around him. He's definitely one of the stronger fairy choices. And you be honest, you play him, you pick 2, and you're going to be drawing lots of cards. That's basically it. Like, you're going to be pick 2, your opponents will lose life, you'll draw a card. Like, that just seems to really be the number. Talion on 2, just saying. Ooh, there we go. This pack's struggling a little bit here. But so far, pretty good. We got 2 mythics in that pack, so we're catching up. An elusive Atta. It looks like a showcase frame, almost anime style, I gotta say. And then we got a Goblin Bombardment. Baluna, Grand Squall, in her showcase frame. Another mythic. One of those giants that people will play for the adventures, because there's only so many legendaries that really care about the adventures. We have another Likeness Looter. And a foil Restless Fortress. That man land. Alright, and then we're on to the foil commons and uncommons. Last 2 packs here, Planeswalkers. Let's see what other sweet cards we can get. Can we get ourselves another anime foil? How about a confetti foil? That would be pretty sweet. But I know that those are not very common. I know that they're like every few collector boxes, so not likely, but we can always hope. We got Lord Skitter's Blessing and foil. A Polluted Bond. A Horned Lock Whale in its showcase frame. A Tangled Colony. The Rat King. And 3 Blind Mice in foil. Alright. No mythics in that pack. Oof, that's disappointing, but alright. On to the last pack here, Planeswalkers. Thank you for joining me, as always. Always happy to have you here. Like, share, subscribe if you've not already. But if you don't, if you're just here to watch the videos, we're just happy to have you here and checking out the sweet new product. Alright, what goodies can we get in our last enchanting pack here? For my camera to catch up, let's see, that'll be the first thing. We've got a Scalding Viper in foil. Looks pretty sweet. It's only an okay card, but still pretty sweet looking. And then we've got a Repercussion in Mythic. It's showcase. Restless Bivouac. The Man Land. It's a bivouac. It's another bivouac. Ah, but it's not a blue, green, red. It should have been a blue, green, red, so you could have played bivouac into bivouac. Disappointed opportunity there. Ooh, we got another mythic. We got double mythics in that pack. We got Corvald, Gleeful Glutton. And then a Cruel Somnophage for a rare. Alright. So we got double mythics to end out the pack there. Man, I feel like we got a lot of mythics for this collector booster box. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got 10 mythics, and what, half of them were foil? We got 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 10. And what, 2, 3 were anime art style. Gotta say, some pretty good hits. Definitely some good picks. Great cards to play with Commander. Great cards for some other formats. I see a lot of these getting a lot of play, especially these anime art styles. People just... It's one of those things that is surprising how big the anime art cards have been with the Magic community. People really love them. Thank you for joining me, Planeswalkers. I'm happy to have you here. Like, share, subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you here on the next video.